watching Big Ten basketball on Peacock. And we welcome you inside the Bryce Jordan Center here tonight. Good to be with you, everyone. Mike Corey alongside former Michigan and NBA standout Nick Stauskas. And let's start with Penn State. Northern Illinois, and now in his first season for Penn State, and averaging 17 points a game to begin the first two games of the season for the Nittany Lions. Our officials tonight, Brian Dorsey with Randy Richardson and Tim Comer, and right off the bat, on cue, Niederhauser.
Well, I said watch for the lob threat, and first play of the game, Baldwin able to get into the paint and draw the defense. Niederhauser.
Riley Parker was called for the foul for St. Francis. And they get it inside, quickly a double team, and it's back up top for a three ball that's good by Zach Hicks.
Hicks finished off last season playing a number of different teams, finishing it off with Penn State here. And the Nittany Lions will sure make them work with that full court press tonight.
Hicks gets it over to Baldwin. He puts up the three, and that one's good. And here comes Penn State yet again. Stifling defense. They move the ball quickly into the front court. St. Francis 0 for 3 shooting. Penn State, conversely, is 4 for 4. That's Puff Johnson, and you got to have a timeout here. Misfires on the three. The rebound by Valentino Pinedo. Trying to get the red flash on the board for the first time here tonight. Rosenberger, nice move. He got fouled, and they'll call it on Niederhauser. Guy that grew up here in Penn State with his family, and
it's in the Big Ten, and phenomenal player. And those other guys, Mateen Cleaves as well, great player throughout his NBA career as well.
Another steal, but then a block as Kern got it to Enza, and then it was rejected by Pinedo for St. Francis. And now he takes it in.
Smooth off the dribble there.
It was Pinedo's free throw with 1 second left on Sunday to seal a 65-64 win for St. Francis over Campbell to give them their first win of the season. Nice little move there by Nick Kern Jr. for Penn State.
Clayville tonight, he's a freshman guard, but he is not shy of shooting the ball, has had some good games early on for this St. Francis team.
They'll try it again in the corner. Boy, you're on fire tonight here, Nick. Right on cue again. The offensive rebound for St. Francis. Talbert misses on the three. Here's Dunn. Got it in the foul.
And DeMarco Dunn wasn't really able to find a consistent role with this inning last year. A lot of minutes played that are returning, and that enables this.
Clayville. Rosenberger, and he's going to be hacked there by Kern. They're going to call it a shot.
Been a dominant start to the season for the Nittany Lions, and we talked about it earlier. As time goes on, we will see how serious of a contender this Nittany Lion team is in the Big Ten.
Nice play from Clayville with a steal and a three. How about that in transition as he cuts it to a 5-point game?
He scored double figures, Clayville, in their first two games, held scoreless in their last win, but as you can tell, his confidence is not lacking.
Really good job by St. Francis to kind of settle in here as Dominic Stewart, the freshman,
brings, and the excitement he has when speaking about the game of basketball and his team brought a smile to my face for sure, and it was a joy to talk to him.
Inside for the bucket is Nick Kern from Penn State. The foul previously was on Aiden Harris first. Handoff for Talbert. Shot clock down to 4. Ace Talbert. They do get it off in time, and he drains it. That's a three.
A big shot, right? Easy one at the rim as they broke the pressure. Have to convert those ones if they want a chance at winning tonight.
Kern. Kicks it back. It's a three. Stewart, it's good.
And we were here at shoot-around today, and the last player on the floor was Dominic Stewart, really working on his jump shot, going through a variety of different drills, trying to gain more confidence. You can see why this coaching staff is really excited about him.
Oh, nice feed inside, and it's going to be Damar Kelly that gets the bucket, and he got fouled. Foul was undone for Penn State. Just like that, St. Francis has it down to a 6-point game here. And make it 8 as Puff Johnson scores.
Give them credit, you know, being down 11-0 to start the game, this could have avalanched very quickly, showing a lot of patience and poise, being able to weather the storm here.
On the drive for 2 is Talbert.
Like I said, speaking with Coach Rhodes before the game, he straight up said, if you don't pass the ball and play the right way, you will not get on the floor here for this team. So it seems like something they really drill in practice.
And how about Talbert starting to take over here now for the Red Flash, and they are within 3.
Right, 8 quick points from him after being quiet in the opening minutes. Like I said earlier, if they want a chance at winning, they're going to need a big night from him.
Javin Carter able to drive in for the 2. And a steal. Johnson got it to Dillion, and he is fouled. It's on Talbert. It's going to be a second.
Well, this is where Penn's walking through their press break and just seeing the attention to detail.
In one situation, Penn State unable to capitalize there. Still leading by 5, coming up on 8 minutes to go in the first half. And here's Talbert again. We'll need to watch it with the 2 fouls. Rosenberg, nice move. That's scored over 100 points in back-to-back games for the first time in school history. Now the takeaway, Zach Hicks now. That's 8 turnovers by St. Francis. And Penn State capitalizes this time, Nick. Now he's got a better look at it, and that's no good. Talbert, good kick. Kelly wide open in the corner, and he drains a 3.
And that's what the coaches love about Talbert, his ability to get in the lane.
Back to Baldwin. On the drive, no, but a foul.
And this is where leadership takes over, understanding that, or a big reason why they put a lot of trust in him.
Kelly with a foul. Coach has said, sure. Now I see and hear Ace saying the things that Puff Johnson. Here's Kern on the runner. Johnson the offensive rebound and foul from behind. 19 foul for St. Francis, and you know, we talk about, you can talk about all day long in terms of, you know, transfer to VCU as an assistant, the head coach there, and now here at Penn State. Baldwin on the take, and it's taken away and blocked by Parker. Riley Parker going coast to coast, and a no look, and finds Juan Cranford Jr.
A great recovery by Parker.
Pinedo's got it. Chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 here for the Red Flash, and Pinedo misses. Going down on the play was Kern. And Baldwin spins through traffic to convert.
Ooh, that was nice. Little shake and bake there. Going to his right, spinning back to his strong hand. Finished with a little bit of English off the glass. Beautiful play by Baldwin.
Baldwin's got 7 points. That leads Penn State in scoring here tonight. Talbert's got 8 for St. Francis, our 2 aces that we talked about at the start of the broadcast. 7 and 8 respectively. And here's another 3. Time on Riley Parker. Now Kern with a little bit of a push off, but they get the steal here. St. Francis does. And the basket is scored by Kelly. And the Red Flash have a 34-33 lead.
Wow, unbelievable. And they have the lead, and they haven't even quite played their best basketball yet, missing a number of gimmies around the rim. And Kelly there able to jump stop and finish with a little floater in the lane.
They're doing it despite 9 turnovers as well. And this 3-ball goes down for Puff Johnson. He gets the bounce.
A much-needed bucket from the Nittany Lions there. Little hometown bounce there for Puff Johnson.
This ball's deflected, and Johnson's got it back. And it's fouled and count the basket.
Puff Johnson, sometimes all it takes. It's his team. Not scared, not timid coming in today, playing their game.
Gosh, stay tuned for that. All coming up on the Xfinity halftime report. battling through here. DeMarco Dunn, and then he gets it taken away. So St. Francis has had a couple of steals of their own as Rosenberger had a chance to close the gap here before the half. And he'll have another. 121, they're shooting 41% for the game here. On the other side, Penn State, I mean, they're shooting 50% for the game. They've hit 5 threes of their own, but it's a 3-point game.
Well, the real test for St. Francis will be in this second half to see if they can endure this full court pressure from Penn State. We talked about how they've had quite the road trip leading up to this game. And we'll see where what their stamina looks like.
That's a good point. 9 points now for Ace Baldwin Jr. here for Penn State. They're back up 5. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Pinedo. That's a blocking foul. It's going to be on Hicks, and that'll be his second.
Oh, it looked like. I'm so impressed with refs and how they can make that split decision call.
Getting that cleaned up, because how many times are players just kind of sliding over at the last second,
right,
and drawing charges? I mean, that's not legal. You know, you got to be set now, right, before that player starts his upward motion. They've got it down pretty well here over the last couple of seasons. Now here's a three-pointer that goes up and in by Baldwin, and all of a sudden he's got 12 points, and the lead is 8, and another steal, and quickly it's Stewart, and he's fouled with 29.2 to go. So it turns at
as the turnover there, eventually leading to Stewart at the line for 2.
St. Francis had the lead, and now it's been a 12-2 run by Penn State here nearing the end of the first half, and the pressure is still on. .15 seconds to go. Kelly, nice take.
Beautiful snake dribble there. Getting back to his right hand, freezing the defense with a little bit of an in and out, and then nice little lay-in off the glass.
Baldwin, another 3, it's in and out. And the rebound, St. Francis, that's the end of the half. Kelly's got 10 points to lead the Red Flash, as it's only a 7-point game here to conference when it's all said and done this year.
No, and if they are, my goodness, the Big Ten has got a lot of great teams, because this Nittany Lions team, they have a lot of talented players, and they play well together. There's a cohesiveness that glues them together, and so I think it's a little disrespectful to have them at the bottom of the Big Ten, but again, it's very early on, and it's hard to tell.
And they're led by that guy you just saw right there, Ace Baldwin, who averages 11 points so far in the first 2 games. He's got 14 tonight, and a 3-pointer back the other way for Bobby Rosenberger III.
And that's what I'm talking about, being decisive out of that trap, being able to pick it apart with passing.
And Baldwin on the assist there, tried to get it to Niederhaus.
Unnecessary fouls. And we'll see if he can stay in the game.
Johnson have 26 points tonight. The rest of the team with 24. They've been leading the way. Make it 25 for those 2. Nice little tip up in and in there by Pinedo.
Well, they really need to find a way to create an advantage on the back end. You see Penn State going into this trap on the pick and roll. Being able to create those opportunities on the backside using the pass is key. And again, right there, just moving side to side. Pinedo able to clean that up off the glass. But it's really just the movement from side to side and taking advantage of those traps by passing.
It's back down to a 4-point game here. Baldwin for Penn State. Back up top, Hicks. 3-ball, got it.
And Hicks is one of those guys, smooth stroke.
Long 3 here from Clayville, doesn't go. Niederhaus with the rebound. Then Baldwin trying to create, and he is going to be fouled by Talbert. That's Ace.
Baldwin, homecoming for him. I'm sure he has a lot of tickets that are being.
Penn State takes on Virginia Tech this Friday. And Baldwin, with the amount of pressure and defensive attention that he draws, has been able to free up his teammates for those 3-pointers.
Want to stay in this game. That was what got them going in the first half.
0 for their last 4, St. Francis, and now Talbert ahead of the pack finds Rosenberger. They needed that before coming to Penn State, and pretty well rounded already at a very young age. He still has 2 more years of eligibility left after this year.
Yeah, well, he made me feel pretty inferior, because I took 10 years of French growing up in Canada, and I got nothing to show for it, Mike.
You got to use it or lose it, right? You got to be.
It never got used from day one.
Yeah. 3-ball away. Puff Johnson for Penn State.
A good looking stroke there by Johnson. Open threes. Nittany Lions taking advantage of that.
Puff Johnson's got 13 points. 3 off the team high by Baldwin, 16. Niederhauser, basket of the foul on the slam for the 7-footer. It's now the largest lead of the night for Penn State.
We've seen a couple times Kern make that drive and kind of pause in that low post area, not panic.
Penn State has got it back up to double figures here. Another steal. Baldwin. Dillion got it. They've had 14 turnovers tonight. Now they get one themselves. Pinedo behind the back. Nifty move. He's rejected. That time by Niederhauser coming back. And now Clayville for 3. That's good.
St. Francis will take that because 3 is more than 2. Fantastic recovery from Niederhauser. Able to get that block before it touched the backboard.
It's down to 12. Dunn pulls up and connects.
A beautiful balance there, getting to the mid-range. Dunn getting himself leveled with 2 feet, raising up over the defense. And it's a tough shot. A lot of people don't like the mid-range. Able to knock it down there.
The deflection, Dillion, and he converts on the 2 on the turnover. And that's what we talked about. 15 turnovers now. The St. Francis team, and 16 points off of those turnovers in favor of Penn State.
Before the game, Mike Rhodes in shoot-around said 40-minute zigzag game, and he was referring to the fact that he wanted his guys to turn the St. Francis team back and forth, zigzagging up the floor and creating turnovers just like that.
That was too easy. Swings in and a wide open 3. Dillion no good. Foul underneath.
You know, that's where the transfer portal works against your team. Obviously, it hurts.
NBA before coming on here with us. What was that like? Not that long ago.
That's one of those tough plays where everyone's going for the ball. Tough to really know who hit who.
Yeah, I think it was calling for a timeout. And the bucket inside. Excuse me. Foul on the drive. It's 2 shots here, and it's Talbert at the late game for St. Francis as you watch Clayville go to the bench. What have you seen from Ace Talbert? Clayville. Rosenberger gets it to Kelly for 3. That's off. And here comes DeMarco Dunn in Penn State. Dunn with a step for the 2. 16-3 run here for Penn State. 4 seconds on the shot clock. It's taken away. Stewart, Baldwin back to Stewart.
I'm not sure who gets dunk in transition, and this is where that fit comes in. With Mike Rhodes talking about these freshmen really fitting into what he wants to do and eager to play defense and make the right play out there.
3 balls
of encouragement for the guys out there, but this defense has been stifling by Penn State.
Well, and how about being on the road, right, to start this season if you're St. Francis? Their first 5 games are on the road. 21 turnovers in this contest. Niederhauser was held and fouled by day. So the first 5 on the road, as you see, finally they get home for November 20th.
A little too much for them in the second half with this pressure.
Yeah, one thing Coach Krimmel told me.
Positivity, it radiates, and you know, you're not going to take all these games and put your kids through this unless you think it's something that they can handle. And I think he thinks this is a great growing experience for this team as they get challenged. Sure that we weren't going to make those mistakes again, but nonetheless, great memories thinking back to that year, but maybe not so many great memories in this arena for me.
Right. Well, it's been tough sledding for the team. This Penn State team, they have a bit over 100 points.
On threes, we got 79 with 6:40 left to go.
Here for St. Francis, finding Ace Talbert. That's missing on a three. Rebound by Hicks.
And coming up short on that. Got to imagine some of the St. Francis legs are a little bit tired at this point of the game, not able to get over that.
Been more assertive here in the second half, and boy, he's going to be a big threat as this season progresses.
Well, he's made his presence felt in this second half, and what I found interesting talking to him before the game was he really only decided to pick up basketball and take it seriously.
Here's Carter. Hicks with a nice fake and a nice take, and he's going to get two at the line.
You can just tell by watching Hicks play the experience, the IQ that he has. He's got great length, 6'8", long, can defend.
Penn State has forced St. Francis into 23 turnovers in this game, 27 points. It's exactly how many points off turnovers that Penn State has gotten tonight. Pinedo, offensive rebound. Out to the top, Rosenberger. That's a three. That's no good. And a foul is going to be on St.
Obviously, the tournament it's unpredictable in a one-game scenario, but obviously they're trying to
beat them, or how did that happen? I'm not as surprised anymore, right? I mean, I think with everybody back when you played at Michigan, right? Tell me about the amount of times that you've had when you just did when you were here at Penn State, where ranked teams in conference play a non-ranked team, and it's a toss-up.
Right? And here's the thing, like I experienced that at Michigan. You know, my sophomore year, we were ranked maybe top 10, top 15 coming into the season, but our schedule coming in was loaded with talented teams, and so we dropped a couple early games in the preseason, and all of a sudden we were unranked. And you know, I don't think that meant we were a bad team. It just, you know, hey, it's competition. You're going to lose some games, and we eventually.
It's a wide open three, in and out. Offensive board. Put back a couple of tries. Enza, no. Finally, he gets it back, and that's an easy one.
Just dominating the glass there for extra opportunities. Enza eventually able to finish with the slam. Couldn't quite get those other tip shots to go.
Three ball, Parker got it.
And that's just something that hasn't been seen here in the second half, the ability to hit the long ball. They need a couple of those earlier on in the second half.
That's a three that's off by Rice. Rebound Stewart, back inside Enza. And he's getting target practice in there and finally gets it to go again. It's 90 points down on the board for Penn State tonight.
But I mentioned at this time of game, especially for the freshmen like Stewart, using this opportunity to show that you know how to play the right way, taking advantage of garbage minutes. Stewart, on a couple of possessions, they're able to keep the ball alive and make the right play. Lamford, two.
But I'd venture to think that they're going to be #1 in the nation in terms of scoring average, at least through the first three games. They're already averaging over 100 points per game in the first three, no matter what happens here. As another one goes down by Kachi Enza.
You never know. Create a couple turnovers and quick threes. I'm just joking. They're not going to get it, but it's been an impressive offensive output from this team over 3 games so far.
They've scored 303 points throughout the first 3 games of this campaign. Missing on the three is Parker, and Stewart wants more.
You think he knew about the 100 points?
Right. I know. You know what they're doing. 103-92. Well, it's going down here. I mean, come on. What's going on, guys? But convincing once again, nonetheless. 30-point victory tonight as Penn State takes care of St. Francis to go to 3-0 in the season, 92-62.
Taking care of business. These games, you know, even though they're maybe outmatched in certain areas, you need to handle your business, and that's certainly what Penn State has done here tonight. And